Hey, good lookins. Welcome to Tangled in Tennessee. I'm your host, Vanessa LePepion. Let me redo that. I was like, ooh, what was that? Oh my goodness. Again. Hey, good lookins. Welcome to Tangled in Tennessee. I'm your host, Vanessa LePepion, and I'm here for you on Tuesdays. Here we deep dive into haunting, mysterious, and sometimes downright chilling tales into Tennessee's past. So, if you like true crime, history, mystery, country music, Appalachian folklore, you might want to subscribe. And you can listen to me too on Spotify so you don't miss a single episode. So tonight we're going to go to a town that I love to say the name. It is a fun word for me to say, Chattanooga. So we are going to the heart of Chattanooga. It is a city that is not too far from the Georgia-Tennessee line, and it has a lot of history by itself. It's got Ruby Falls, Rock City. It has a lot, and it's a very big tourist trap. Chattanooga is. So that's where we're heading tonight. In the heart of Chattanooga, there is just a block from the river stands a hotel that has seen more of its fair share of history, hauntings, and southern intrigue than most areas around there. It's called the Reed House Hotel, and it still stands. In nearly 150 years, it has hosted presidents, gangsters, celebrities, and as the story goes, at least one ghost there refuses to check out. So today we are specifically going to talk about one room that is in the Reed House Hotel. The room specifically is 311. Damn, this thing's itching. It's a room that is so infamous. It is sealed off for most of the year, but its story is always open. The Reed House Hotel was originally built in 1872 on the site where a former Civil War hospital was. So that right there is just telling you that alone lays the groundwork for a ghost story or two. What do you guys think? The hotel that we see today is 2 stories. It is elegant. It's got like a gothic-y architecture to it. It has very rich woods, rich wood interior. It has flickering chandeliers, and they were constructed in 1926, and it has been a Chattanooga landmark. Well, 1926 is a long time, so it still has a lot of history. So presidents like Theodore Roosevelt and Winston Churchill have walked these marble floors of this hotel. Al Capone actually stayed here under armed guard, and to this day, the hotel keeps a replica of the iron bars that were supposedly placed in his room on the windows to keep him from trying to escape until he made one of his court transfers. But even someone as legendary as President Al Capone cannot compare to the tale of room 311. So room 311 is not listed in any of the hotel's promotional material. You can't see it online. Most of the time it stays completely locked and untouched. So in 2018, the hotel went through a major renovation from back in the day with the chandeliers and all of that, but they're still there. They just updated it. But they're not advertising this. You can't even book the room. The hotel went through a major renovation from the 1926 look, and everything got an update except one room, and that is room 311. The furnishings are frozen in time. The wallpaper is vintage. The bathroom is black and white tiles, and it is just like it was in the 1920s. And this is no accident. It is all part of preserving the legend of a woman, and that is Annalisa Netherly. So depending on who you ask in Chattanooga, Annalisa was either a young woman scorned by a lover or a high society lady caught up in a very big scandal. Some versions say that she was a sex worker. Others say that she was a jilted fiance. But every version of her story ends up with her being found dead in the bathtub in room 311. So her throat was slashed, and yet there is no public record of this murder. There's no newspaper clippings, no police reports, yet this story has endured for decades. Staff and guests alike have reported strange occurrences in and around the room. Flickering lights, sudden cold drafts, overwhelming feeling of dread. One former housekeeper refused to even enter the room after she swore she saw a woman in 1920s attire staring back at her from a mirror. So during the hotel's renovation in 2018, 311 was left untouched. The only thing that they did was restore already falling down things like wallpaper, fixed some tiles, but they did not monerize it. It looks exactly the same way as when it did when Annalisa took her last breath. So the hotel doesn't advertise that it is a haunted room exactly, but they do acknowledge the past. Once a year, usually around Halloween, it opens up for special tours and overnight guests who are brave enough to stay in this hotel room that looks like from the 1920s. Guests reported hearing whispers and the sound of running water walking on the tiles. Some have reported hearing the water actually in the bathtub. And in some really chilling cases, stations of being watched have been reported. So some guests that are brave enough to stay in this room, they will, there's a lot of them that have left in the middle of the night. Others won't even go in to begin with. So whether Annalisa was real or a story born from Southern folklore, Room 311 has become a part of Chattanooga's haunted legacy. So the Reed House doesn't run from the story. It preserves it behind the heavily wooded door with the brass plaque that actually says simply Room 11. That's it. So one thing's for sure, if you ever find yourself in downtown Chattanooga staying at the Reed Hotel, you might want to avoid room 311 during Halloween. Like, nope, 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 nope. And some say that sometimes the lights flicker a little too long in their hallways. Just book a different hotel if you get nervous. Like I would never stay there. Whether it's true or not, why take the chance? Yeah. So would you stay there? Would you want to go there for Halloween? Let me know. I can tell you I would not. I like these stories, but I wouldn't go like test the waters, if that makes sense. I ain't about that. So that is today's story. I know it's a little quick. In May, the stories are a little quick. And then we're going to get into some good old true crime. And the reason why they're so quick, I have some family coming over and I don't want to spend a bunch of time right now, researching. I want to hang out with my family. And I am redoing a whole house. So it's crazy in May right now, you guys. But I hope that you guys stay safe, stay curious, brush some tangles out of your hair, and until next week, I'll be seeing you guys later. Bye, y'all.